Hello and welcome everyone to the second matchup for the knockout stages. My name is Neeraj, aka Frustrated Indian. Commentating with me is the man, the myth, the legend, the midfield maestro of Poes Hermanos, and the manager, Ujwal, aka Los Blancos. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Frustrated. I think that's a very warm welcome. Said a few things about me. You're too kind, sir. But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting game that we are about to witness, where, Rykers are going to take on Hawks. So, Rykers actually finished third in the table and, they just, finished 1 point behind Bengaluru. So I believe, they would be slightly upset, about not making it to the second place. They would have gotten direct entry to the quarterfinals, as we know.
Oh yeah, they were upset because I have experienced that firsthand since I am also a part of their squad right now. And having said that, we just witnessed the first matchup for the knockout stages. We saw as Thugs just stream rolling past Saitos, as they were the clear favorites to win it, and they won it with an aggregate of 6-0, so which was a very commendable performance. I was a little surprised that Saitos didn't go the usual way, playing their defensive self. So what were your thoughts on that game?
To be honest, I saw the first leg, and I do not, you know, I haven't played, Saitos, in the practice matches that we played against, teams from Conference A. But Thugs is a team that, we have played regularly. And,
Hmm.
from what I could see, Saitos were completely, out of position in the midfield, and they were, very hesitant to press upwards. And Suggs almost seemed, very confident on the ball, and they were
Right.
able to absolutely control the midfield. So, at times it looked like, Itos are playing at, 80, 90 ms, which we know
Hmm.
isn't a fact because,
I think
first
we
they
are also going short of time, so we should just introduce the lineups.
all right. So I think for Hawks, if I, just go through the lineup, they have, you know, uh, Ashton is starting at left back, Rio is starting at right back, and I think the center
Yeah.
backs for them are Kamal and Tej. They are going with a 4-2-3-1 with Rishabh and Kareem as PMs. And Taitama is playing Cam, and I think he is one of the most decorated players that I've heard from, people in the PC community. He's almost a legend, people say, in the FPT community.
We'll
So
line up
he's
the cup.
definitely one player to look for in this game. And on the wings, we have Matin and Anurag, and absolutely, the man, the myth, Viswanath Panda leading them up front, as the striker. So Matin is someone I think they have signed recently, and he has been an absolute addition to Hawks. With he has contributed 13 goals to them, and he has been shining brightly. So I think he is another player that I think is very dangerous. He's known for killing around a lot. So that is something that the Rikers backline need to watch out for. Yeah.
Yeah. So going to Rykers, right? Rykers are playing their usual 3-5-2 formation with Silva being the keeper. Veer, Maya, and James are their CBs. Farhan, interestingly, is playing on the left wing today. He usually plays a CDM role. And Ashwin is on the right wings, while the center is being controlled by Vicky and Nehal. They have been brilliant this season, both these DMs. And Naveen, the pro, as usual, will be controlling the game as he calls the shots, as they will be looking upon Nav and Match to finish the chances in the box. So yeah, that's the lineup. We're going to look forward for the kickoff pretty soon.
Absolutely. And just, as we, talk about the lineups a bit, what are your thoughts on this, very crazy signing in the form of Silva? He kind of was in Chimichanga, and then I think he left for Riker. So he is one of the, marquee signings, I would say. He is, one of the GKs that is very well known in the community. And, with Hawks playing about GK, I think this battle is quite clearly, won by Rikers.
Right, right. And yes, definitely, he has been a game changer for the Rikers. And the plus point of his long balls are really good. He's a very good distribution. Like he's a very vocal keeper. He's always involved in the games. and he lets you know about the defense line as well. So it's good to see people, even though they are just having to stand in the entire match solitarily mostly, but then he's doing the most important job. And he has also made some amazing one-on-one saves. That's a very good quality of to him as well.
Absolutely. Like he has the reactions of a cheetah. And although like an interesting fact that I would like to point out is that in the latest, updates, they have kind of nerfed the, precision long balls, but that doesn't seem to stop this guy. So look
Yeah,
out for it.
I think the muscle memory must be of some next level.
Absolutely. So I think, with you being part of Rikers, I think you have a general idea of how they're going to approach the game, and I think you absolutely would be rooting for them. So
Yeah,
that's for sure.
definitely. And entire game plan of Rykers must be to control the match, having keeping possession amongst themselves and trying to build slowly. So yeah, they are a team that doesn't hesitate to go back if you don't have options up front. So they are a pretty patient team. So they will be dangerous when they get the chance to score.
For sure. And I think Hawks would be, looking to, counter them whenever they can, because that's one area where Hawks, I think, would be very dangerous, especially with, players such as Assassin and, Anurag, who are quite good on the ball.
And the game kicks off. Rio with the ball.
Okay, that's a
Great.
misplaced pass from
Yeah.
Panzer.
Yeah, they have been playing really decent Rikers, and yeah, they were pretty upset of not finishing second, having to play one extra match. But yeah, all works out.
From the initial impressions, I can see that, Hawks are, defending very narrow. So Rikers are going to find a lot of space through the flanks. So that is something, they are definitely going to utilize a lot, as
Surely.
we saw
And
Hawks trying to make use of counter, but failing to do so.
definitely. And even in point of view of Hawks, like Taitama's gameplays will be very vital on how they approach the game as well. He has
Oh,
been their midfield general.
absolutely. Very comfortably won by Rikers, and I think they are going through Irvin now. This is a guy to look out for. He is very sharp in the box.
Definitely. And they're very calm inside the box as well. They don't panic. They don't take low percentage shots. They always wait for the perfect chance to get.
So Rikers are, I think, known for the extra passes that they do inside the box. Sometimes I think they do quite a lot of them. So that is something that Hawks need to carefully prepare against.
Yeah.
As we see a cross
Hawks.
from that's
Oh my
okay, that's a
God.
goal. That's a shocker, I would say. Against a team like Hawks, if you concede first, they are gonna make you work hard, and they have scored the very first
Yeah.
goal.
Everyone has gone silent, at least from my camp. But yeah, let's see if Rikers can get a quick comeback answer.
Absolutely. Riker is comfortably moving the ball. Han is wide where he generally isn't, mostly.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision by Naveen. Yeah. So let's see how that works out. And Hawks on the counter. Let's see what they can come up with this attack. Trying to
Again,
spam
cross.
across.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think Hawks are, have a pretty clear, plan in their mind that they are gonna go for those crosses. Again, I mean, these crosses are something that is, very easy for the GKs to catch, as we see, very, 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 good chance for Rikers fused by the goal.
yeah. Got Sarvin with the ball. Let's see what he comes up with this in the back. Well
Very good
defended.
defending from Ashton,
Yeah,
trying to build it up very quickly and losing the ball, won by Rishabh Singh again.
yeah. Rikers need to show some composure. They are not used to be sitting in this position of losing a goal at the beginning. So they will
I
have to
think
come up
it's
with new
quite
ways.
natural with a team that likes to dominate possession. When they concede, and that desperation kind of kicks in. Where you desperately want to score a goal. But I think this is the time when Rikers need to pull together as a team and play smartly, because
Yeah,
that's how
absolutely.
they are going to be able to beat
Yeah,
open them up.
absolutely. And Hawks will be trying to play smart, playing mind games with them, trying to hold the ball as much as possible and make them work for their goals.
Right there, we saw Taitama, the cam dropping at the edge of their own box, defending like a champ.
Great interception from Veer. Well played. Passing back, hitting the reset button and forming a new attack.
And I see a lot of space on the left side for Farhan to drive. That's a bad pass from Farhan.
And Hawks with a goal kick. Yeah, seems like someone on the comment is in love with Veer, the Delhi
Okay,
boy
that's
Veer,
surprising.
Samrat. So I'll get back to you, Samrat, after the game and ask Veer what he thinks about your proposal. It's surprising how Hawks have maintained this lead so far. So little bit of
Oh,
nerves showing in Rykers.
yeah, and to be honest, all the times that Hawks have won the ball, they have not been able to make anything out of it, and that could be said for Rikers as well. But the thing in their favor is the goal they have scored.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like half the psychological battle is already in Hawks' side.
yeah, beautifully held up by Ashton.
So
Again, as
we
you
are
can
being
see,
watched.
to
Yeah,
go for the crosses, whenever they have a chance. So this definitely works with Biswanath running
exactly.
a ball build.
A little lazy play there from Veer, lackluster passing,
That's a good pass into
but recovered well by
Farhan.
him.
So normally you would not see Arvind playing this deep, but that basically sums it up for Rikers.
Yeah. I think the midfield needs to pull up its socks. The work rate is missing right now. They need to get close in on the gaps.
Again, Hawks being wasteful from the wide, not being able to create any threat. As Rikers come at it again.
वेल
That's a
भाई
good
टीम का
pass.
कमेंट्रेटर
Biswanath.
क्यों कमेंट्री कर रहा है? बस तू ही कर ले फिर राहुल भाई आके. Yeah, people will always have to say something. And with that, having said that, it's halftime and a surprise scoreline at halftime. Hawks leading the game 1-0.
Pretty sure Neeraj, you would be, kind of sad to see the scoreline, being from Rikers, and
Definitely,
definitely
definitely. Yeah. It's a very tough pill to swallow right now, and they have to pull their socks up, which they should, because they are a pretty composed bunch. They don't, lose their composure very easily. So the only way they can beat them is just playing the natural game, not trying to do anything new right now. And I think they should come up with a W. Not being biased here, but it's just the way they play.
yeah, I mean, it's natural to be biased, or you are, part of Rikers, so that's quite understandable. But at the same time, Hawks have done pretty well so far, at least defensively, and getting that one goal that separates Rikers and Hawks apart.
Definitely. Well, the strategy is definitely working for Hawks right now, and they are sitting deep. They are not pressing them at all. Farhan with a chance. What a pass! And oh, Hawks concede
Okay,
a
that's a
penalty here.
penalty. Yeah, this was bound to come, with so many, men pushing up,
And that's it. It's
being
1-1.
converted by.
A Messi look-alike, I suppose.
That's actually a very good Messi lookalike, This is something that,
Yeah.
has been very difficult for people to achieve,
Yeah.
because
Eden
the
Kalyan with the
way,
goal there. Yeah.
yeah, good goal.
So it's game on now. Let's see
We are
how.
all square. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Hawks reply to this and how Rikers also try to get one up. It's a must. Mhm. Okay. So yeah, it's been a pretty game, and Rikers have looking to found the edge of it. They are trying to control the game much more. You can definitely see the confidence coming back to them.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, that's the thing with, teams such as Rikers. That's almost, another goal, that's a very good block, a clutch block, I would say.
Yeah. And talking about the journey so far for both the teams, well, the Hawks had a quite an interesting season this time around, having being one of the top teams last time around, and they have fallen from grace. So it was a like lucky situation for them to qualify as well. I think they qualified on goal difference, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, they
And
did, and it was very close between them and 365 Brothers, if I remember. So, I mean, this is what happens when, the community expands, to such great levels, with so many players coming in, so many teams coming in, certain
right.
new teams being formed. So, of course, the competition is very, very big right now.
But it is something that the Hawks should like try to introspect, that what is going wrong, because the core set of players are still the same, I believe. Maybe they haven't adapted well to the new game. Definitely there is a huge difference from last year's game in terms of gameplay.
Absolutely, and that's a great cross pulled in by Farhan, and that's
That's a
almost a
golden
goal.
chance gone begging for
Yeah.
Rikers.
From what it looks like, I'm not sure if Hawks are going to be able to,
Yeah,
defend this,
Hawks are in panic mode right now with their defensive shake being haywire.
So, in these scenarios, I believe, these are the situations where, they need to be slightly composed. As we can see that, the moment they win the ball, they are in hurry to rush it forward and, somehow get another goal. I think
Definitely.
that is
And
something.
yeah, and at this level, like the skills are more or less same with everyone, but it's just the matter of composure. Who keeps the composure better?
I think the second half has been entirely in Hawks' half. Barely
Yeah.
seen Hawks go forward.
Yeah, well,
As
Hawks have channeled the inner animal of
Yeah,
Rikers.
we just saw Rykers, getting multiple goals in a matter of seconds.
But yeah, no passing options there for the Hawk Rikers player, and well retained by Assassin there. And
Rishabh trying to find an outlet in Elastico, and
Saitama was a
Saitama
beautiful
with an
pass.
intelligent ball.
Good try, but well defended by
It's a half
Rikers.
chance, I would suggest.
Definitely. And sometimes these also matters, like which team takes most of the half chances. In some of the close games, these are all the chances that matter.
Yeah, a rather unusual long pass from Rykers that gets intercepted very easily.
Well,
Hawks
we
are
have an
attacking.
interesting comment from someone we know very well, and he states that Blanco seems depressed. Kya hua bhai?
Well, I am depressed. I mean, after leading, being second in the table for almost, I would say, the entirety of the, conference, we kind of threw it, on the last day. So, yeah, man, I'm upset. I'm depressed. Send me something to make to cheer me up, maybe.
Pradyut says he's missing the SNP. Well, talking about high stakes, another chance goes begging for Rikers. Let's see what they come up in this corner with their long center backs.
So far, none of the
A
teams
great
have.
ball, and Veer
Okay.
missing a sitter there. He should have at least
Just
got.
as I was about to say, none of the teams have made an impact from set pieces. Raikur pulled out an amazing set piece
Yeah, that should
and
have been
nearly
at least
missed.
on target by Veer, the boy from Delhi. So as the game is almost coming to an end, it's still 1-1 stalemate. I think even the draw is a win for Hawks right now.
For sure. I mean, going into the game, Hawks were definitely the underdogs, as we all know. But, you know, being
Great
able to
passing. Oh, well
almost,
defended there.
almost, yeah. Scoreline
Hawks,
of 1-1 against Rykers is very good, I would say.
definitely, and the credit goes to Hawks as well. They have defended like their life is on them on the hands.
I think the early goal kind of, gave them, the advantage as well,
Definitely,
that
yeah. That eased up some of the pressure. Definitely, yes. Behal with a beautiful winning back the ball there. Naveen trying to cook something up. Straight through. Let's see what Rikers do in the counter. Very well defended there.
what tackle. This guy is playing for his team.
Well, Blancos, there is a player who wants to play for Poyos Hermanos, it seems. Abhay Rathi. Abhinay Rathi, sorry.
Rati Mama. I love that dude. I mean, he's the most funniest guy I think I've, found on the PS5 group.
Yeah. And Hawks not very eager to win the ball early. They are looking pretty much okay with the scoreline, but Rikers on the other hand are trying desperately to get a goal.
It's a huge interception.
Mhm. So Blancos, you have $1 billion question to answer. So will you be continuing with Poyos or Phoenix in the next season?
I
As we
just
all
want to
know,
know who has asked that question.
I'll take a guess, I guess.
I mean, it has to be someone, from that team itself. So, I mean, I would not like to comment right now as we have quite an interesting game. Oh, okay, that was very
Uh,
close. So
As we say,
I
that's the end of
would
game
let
one.
it be a surprise for everyone. No,
Okay.
I'd rather not reveal
Well,
my
talking
plans.
about surprises, yes, it's a surprise. The scoreline is a surprise. Hawk drawing 1-1 to Rikers in the first leg. Now everything is up for grabs in the second leg.
Neeraj, if you have a WhatsApp group or if you have some sort of a, communication medium for Rikers, I'm pretty sure messages would be flowing in there, what went wrong.
Well, for the contrary, they seem to go quiet a bit because they try to focus on where everyone is going wrong. So that's a good thing about this team, I find. Like they don't start the game right away. They try to focus on individual errors and try focus on playing more as a team. So that's a very good thing in Rikers, which I found, and definitely they should be the favorites in the second leg as well. But you can't be complacent against Hawks, and that's what Hawks showed them in the first leg.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think this second leg is going to be an absolute cracker. I feel Riker is going for it, And to be honest, as we have seen Hawks, defending in such huge numbers, I don't think they would be able to defend it again for 90 minutes unless they, somehow manage to get another goal in the second leg. So, I mean, all to play for, kudos to Hawks, the way they have managed to, stop Rikers. And a job very well done, I would say.
So yeah, and they must be saying, like the Rikers must be saying, like not to get frustrated and not to get, as my name says, not to get frustrated and just play the normal game, even though the scoreline is not in their favor as of now. That's what the message in the Rikers camp should be right now, playing the natural game. What do you think Hawks must be having a talk about at this moment?
I'm I'm actually, I don't think they are going to have, a lot of strategy changes, whatever they, kind of came up with, I think it seemed to have worked for them.
Yeah.
Especially against, Rikers, there's not a lot that, a team like Hawk, can do
Mhm.
when they're attacking. So I think they're going to stick with the same, strategy. They're going to defend, like lions, and they're obviously going to look for, opportunities on the other end,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, and
trying to
Hawks will
open them
definitely
up
be
in
looking like
counter.
to defend like a unit. The entire game depends on how well they defend because Rikers are going to storming all attacks in their half, and they need to get used to it, and they have to kind of try to break how they play. And talking about breaks, let's take a break as well. So we'll be joining you shortly.
So I'll finish my coffee as well.
Welcome back, guys, as the second leg kicks off between Rikers and Hawks. And we definitely had a shocking game on our hand in the form of the first leg, with Hawks managing a 1-1 draw, salvaging a 1-1 draw, I would rather say. Over to my fellow commentator, Blancos.
Yeah, frustrated, just as your username suggests, I think you must be frustrated with the way, Rikers have performed so far.
Definitely, definitely. And they haven't been playing the natural game, which is controlling the game. I think a lot has to do with the early goal that they conceded. But let's see. The second leg is a new chapter, a clean sheet.
Absolutely, as we see a Rio with the ball trying to lob it to. Okay, that's a
And
quite a good ball from Taitama. That leaves
Hawks on the
definitely.
counter, Assassin with a
That's a
goal. Oh
goal.
my
Oh
god!
my God,
And
what a
that's it.
script we have.
Oh my god. Assassin playing devil's advocate there and getting the opener again.
Just as we saw in
Putting,
the last game,
yeah,
Hawks getting the early goal, they've managed to get another goal this time, and
Rikers
this is
again on the
just
back foot.
shocking.
Rikers have to do something quick here to get back.
I swear, if somehow Hawks pull it off, this could be the biggest upset of
Definitely.
this
And
entire season.
yeah, without a doubt, we could say that they are not definitely the most liked team, if not the most disliked team. But yeah, they will be, playing around with this win and they will be boasting about it.
Most disliked team, why do you say so?
I don't know, man. I do feel a tinge of toxicity whenever we had interactions with them. But yeah, to each their own, I guess.
That's quite an interesting feedback as we see Hawks again, getting, to the box and trying to, again find an opening.
Yeah, and this would definitely be a shock of the season. Rikers getting like knocked off
It
at this
almost
stage.
seems as if Rikers are not able to, defend their flanks. They seem so open, and it looks as if Hawks have done their research. As we all know that Rikers like to play a high line, and these guys know those over the top balls are going to cause them a lot of trouble.
Definitely. And, the crossing meta has been very well abused by Hawks there, and they have been getting the rewards for
Well,
it.
I mean, like they are known for that, and to be honest, although I'm not a very big fan of involving a lot of crosses, in the play, but whatever works, man. This is
Yeah,
all about winning. So
yeah.
whatever
I'm pretty
says says.
sure, yeah, I'm pretty sure like the Rikers camp will be very silent right now, just as the way as the DMs of some of the main administrators of Hawks.
Once again, another attack spawning from the left side. Hawks are pulling through balls left, right, opening Rikers.
Yeah. Well, nerves totally getting to the CDM there for Hawks.
Another desperate ball from Vishwanath, the striker almost, you know, and in his own half, trying to somehow find, the attacker there.
Definitely. And Rikers definitely need to pull up their socks and show their metal right now.
It almost looks like, Hawks are just, spamming long balls, and, just somehow wishing, it lands on the head. Of one of their attackers. It's like long ball and inshallah.
Well, maybe after the end of the game, they will say the boys played well.
Well, they definitely will, and they have, although they have not been in control of the game, you know, they have been able to, okay, as we talk about it, another attack for Rikers being wasted.
See, this is the problem that I've been saying so far. They just don't go for the shots and they try to wait for the perfect moment. And these are the chances that you also can bite you back in the ass. And that's what is happening right now. And Hawks
Yeah, I
coming.
mean, but again, with oh my God, that could have been another goal for Hawks and Silva with a clutch
What
save.
a great double save from Selva there.
I'm pretty sure, if Hawks would have scored that, it would have been a mammoth task for Rikers to come
Yeah,
back. As we have
definitely.
seen throughout the two legs, they have not been able to open, the steal.
And even talking about the winner of this game, like they will be facing Razor Wolves. They have been the best team from Bangladesh, and they have been pretty decent in the league as well. They were second in their conference A, I believe, and they have the second highest goal scored after Blitzkrieg. So they will be a very difficult opponent to beat in the next leg of whoever qualifies.
Oh, I've heard a lot about reservoirs. Although we have not played them, a lot. Only in the very initial days, when we were practicing as a team. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about them, from people that I trust. So they are definitely a team to look out for. As we see Hawks.
And Elastico with the counter. Let's see what builds up. We'll be definitely looking to spam that long bot, but very well covered by Veer there. The
That was very smart on his part, drive it, rather than going for the pass, so they are doing, things that, will certainly help them in, ticking the clock. So
Naveen losing the ball very cheaply there. Viswanath with the counter again. Again, running down the wings, looking for a crossing option.
Elastico with acres of space to, run on the flank, and nobody's actually charging at him. So this is quite unusual from Rikers, I would say.
Definitely,
Usually,
definitely.
the white CB, would, close him down, but there, we could see, him being having acres of spaces with no one, even trying to press him.
Again, a good chance gone begging for Rykers there.
I mean, that's about it, I mean, the way, the attacking pattern for Rikers is somewhat, has been dissected, very properly from Hawks. And if they continue this way, I'm pretty sure Hawks would be able to pull it off. It would rather be a shocker, I would say.
Yeah. We have been witnessing shockers twice in a row right now. So Hawks leading the
Yeah.
game 1-0 at halftime.
Yeah, because,
Would I didn't think I was saying that twice in this stream, but yeah, that's the reality of it.
yeah, I mean, when you play against a team like Hawks, we have also played them, in the past, and I'm sure, pretty, other teams, that are, kind of big, I would say. They have a legacy. They have also, struggled against them, and that just goes to show that, they have kind of perfected, this, drawback strategy with,
Hmm.
so many men crowding the box. It's almost impossible to, take a shot because although they don't have a, manual keeper, their defenders are kind of, covering for that bot keeper
Definitely,
by
definitely. The
blocking
defenders have
everything.
definitely been the pick of the players for Hawks in this both the matches that we have been seeing so far.
Not to forget, they are missing, one of their key center backs in Jeet Gupta, who has been one of their go-to men in set pieces. I'm pretty
Definitely.
sure they are not missing him right now. Arvind with a magical, elastico into the box with a shot
Yeah.
saved by the bot. Must be thanking that bot right now.
Yeah, I think it's just has become a matter of, too much of thinking going into the Rikers without trying to focus on the basics. Maybe they should stick to the basics and try to get a goal back as soon as possible.
Absolutely. As we see, Rykers again building their attack. Arvind losing the ball with Hawks on the counter. As we just see right now, Hawks, trying to go for those 50-50 balls, they're putting, their body on the line,
Definitely. And the credit must be given where the credit is due. And Hawks have been playing really well. And especially they are doing a very good job winning the second balls, which is very vital in games like these.
Yeah, just as we speak, we can see there's just one guy, ahead for Hawks. Their entire team is almost inside their own box. So, I
Definitely.
mean, that's a very difficult situation for any team, no matter how
I
good
think
they
that was a
are.
brilliant tackle by the Hawks defender there,
Yeah,
almost
that could
saving a
have
goal
been
for his team.
another penalty and, basically, a rewrite of the leg one. But that's a good tackle.
Got Sarvin
I mean,
trying to close in with a shot.
Gain a good save by the bot. So I have to say, these guys have been moving the bot GK very well, always trying to cover the near post. So, kudos to whoever is controlling the GK. These guys
Definitely.
can
It's
definitely play without a manual keeper for sure.
yeah. It is a good skill to have. It is frustrating sometimes because you finally make an attack, you build up play some creative passes, and then at the last moment you have to also consider the movement of the keeper.
Absolutely. And, just to reiterate over the scoreline, Hawks are leading 2-1 into the second leg with the Rykers having just 30 minutes of in-game time, to come
Yeah,
back. A lot of nerves must
Rikers
be going inside, their team.
definitely. And Rikers with a
Another
chance and
shot
hitting the
that,
bar, and oh my god, a
my
goal line
God, that was
clearance
a
from
goal
Rio.
line clearance from Rio. My God, that is clutch clearance from him.
That was the chance there for Rikers to get into the game. Oh my
I
god, I
have
don't
to
think the gods are on their side today.
I have to say it kind of looks like, it's over for Rikers. It seems as if the luck is also not on their side. And they
Again, the
shot
far
again a
post.
goal.
Yes, and finally Farhan scores the rebound. The rebound gods have finally have come to Riker's rescue as we speak, as he tells everyone to keep quiet and shows why Rikers are Rikers.
I could see that excitement, when we called for that goal, with your own team trying to fight back. So GG's to Rikers. They have somehow managed to get a goal. I think they finally figured it out that, they have to take shots. You know,
Exactly, and that's what I've been trying to tell them as well. They are all great players in their own right, but when it comes to pro clubs, you just have to take your shots if you get the open chance. Sometimes even
crucial
the half
block.
chances win you matches.
Absolutely. As we see Naveen driving forward,
Again, well covered by
great
Taitama there.
interception from Saitama, which
Vicky
he
winning
doesn't
back
have
the ball.
anything to work for.
So yeah, it's been a crazy game so far. 73 minutes and still we are stuck at deadlock 1-1. Well, if it goes to the penalty shootouts, then definitely it's a game for anyone to win.
Just as we speak, Assassin with the ball on the counter, acres of space to run into.
Well, Akshay Tyagi has a very interesting comment for you, Blancos. So it's like he's taking to take a shot every time you say
Yeah, if that had been the case, I'm pretty sure Rikers would be, 30 up something.
Another there. And what a goal kick. Farhan with the ball.
Rishabh with a crucial interception into Biswanath trying to play assassin, but
Mhm.
it was an easy catch for Salva.
Well, if Blancos says Dirt Boss says I know. Tit for tat, I guess.
So, just to talk about, the score line, if it stays 1-1, what's going to happen, Neeraj?
Uh, yeah, it's going to be a pretty difficult game for both of them, I guess. I wouldn't say there is an advantage to anyone per se. Whoever has the better composure will win at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure, Rikers would wish to, somehow finish, you know, this entire, fixtures, in the remaining 7 minutes. They for
Definitely.
sure do not want to play
Yeah.
another game with Hawks.
Yeah.
Back and
Farhan taking the time to take the shot and very well
another
blocked by Tej.
crucial block. I've lost count of how many times, Hawks players have put their
Oh, great save by
body
the
on the line.
keeper. Rikers with the corner. Let's see what they.
A very easy
Yeah.
catch for even a bot keeper.
It- yeah. I think the strategy of Hawks right now must be to hold on for dear life and try to get a counter or
Somehow
maybe.
Biswanath,
Yeah.
kind of held on to that ball, and there was a moment for,
Oh my
oh
god.
my God,
That was
I
that
think
was
that was an
something.
offside.
That was
I
something.
think
I
that was,
don't know. Words can't describe what happened.
yeah.
Now.
I swear, had that been, and that would have been the end of Rikers.
Definitely. Farhan winning the ball there. The last chance because have Vicky finding no passing options there. Very well won by Bishwanath.
Okay.
They are on the counter.
This is probably the last chance, Hawks are gonna
Yeah.
get.
With
They
a
need
great
to
ball and very well saved by Selva. The line at exciting. Uh,
We have witnessed two legs, and still we have not been able to find a clear-cut winner.
yeah,
And of course, there's more to come. But
yeah.
but I'm hopeful. I think there's a lot of things that must be going inside the Rikers camp as well as Hawks camp, because earlier I would have thought that Hawks would not have taken this game in this way, being the underdogs. But now I feel they have got a real chance. Whatever strategy they have come up with, that clearly seems to be working.
So what happens now? Do they play the extra time or do they? Uh, Definitely.
So another 30 minutes of endgame action we have left. you know as we see Hawks with the kickoff.
Well, somebody in the chat is asking what's the option to disable the commentary. I guess turn off your speakers, I guess.
Another long ball into Farhan, who has been getting a lot of space down the left flank tonight.
And Rykers with a golden
Okay.
opportunity there, a free kick.
I have seen
And
Naveen score these.
what a save there
Almost.
from Hawks.
Almost.
Well, 9 out of those chances would have gone in, but the 10th chance was in Hawks' favor, I guess. There, the
Another
golden
corner for
ball.
Rikers. That's a very good ball. It's another save from the Portuguese. The string of corners in favor of Rikers. Let's see if they can make anything out of it.
Well, they have been unsuccessful so far in this match, so it's going to be some change in
Okay.
plans there.
This time Naveen is taking a short corner.
And again, very well
I
defended
I
by
would say
Taita Mother.
Rikers have been very wasteful with their set pieces tonight.
Yeah, I do notice that, and yeah, they have to work on this. And you know what? Like whoever wins this match, it's definitely going to be a way tougher match in the next one against Razor Wolves. Because if you show them
For
the same level
sure.
of gameplay, they will just eat you alive.
Fox somehow managing to win the ball back again, and as we have
Very
seen them, launch long balls, hoping somehow, one of their attackers grabs onto it and makes something out of it.
well. Dirtpaw has an interesting comment. Says he has bet his house on Hawks to win the match. So will he be homeless at the end of this game? It's yet to
Well,
be seen.
that is something we will find out very shortly.
But at the moment, it's not looking like that. Maybe you will still have the comfort of your home, my man.
To be honest, the way Hawks have defended, I am not very sure if Rikers are going to get another clear-cut opportunity. So whatever half chance they get, they have to somehow convert it, because as we know, otherwise it's gonna go to the penalties, and that's basically time when anything could happen. But with Selva being in GK, do you think Rikers have an advantage if it goes to penalties?
I think they have a slightly better advantage because he is known for his saving skills. But penalty still, I would say it's anyone's game. You can't guess right all the time.
Yeah, for sure. But these are the situations where a manual GK is something that someone who can actually win you games. So probably it's time for Silva to shine, because as it stands, I don't see Rikers being able to break Hawks in the next ET.
Uh, Samu Barreto says he will be frustrated, not homeless. Well, I am frustrated right now, as my name suggests, with the way Rikers are playing.
Do you think you would have made a difference needed?
Well, that's a controversial question you ask me, my friend.
I'm pretty sure you would have converted one of those set pieces.
Well, I wouldn't count on that, but then I would have definitely tried my best, which the Rikers are too trying. It's not nothing against them, but somehow Hawks have been managed to keep them quiet in this match.
Again, Farhan with acres of space, trying that R1 dribble, almost, doing that crazy thing, going byline, something that, has been abused a lot this year,
Yeah.
with the introduction of
Well,
control
we
sprint.
have a comment from a special someone goalkeeper who has traveled a lot with different clubs in the SAFA, that is ARP. He says that we need a penalty masterclass with Selva at the penalty shootout. We need a masterclass basically.
I'm, sh- I'm sure, Selva would be, you know, going for it,
But
with the
I
kind.
don't think anyone would want to go to penalties as per. They would like to finish it in regulation time, in the extra time.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Hawks would also be hesitating to go to penalties, because there's a bit of confidence that comes in having a Manuel GK. So I mean that is something that must be playing in their heads right now.
Well, I beg
Again,
to differ with you in this point because I would say the entire way Hawks have played this game, they might have had this option back of their mind. And you know what? It kind of weirdly reminds me of the World Cup game that Croatia played against Brazil, if you remember.
yeah, that was one hell of a game.
The Croatia definitely had no chance to win with Brazil playing so well, and then it went to the penalties, and then it was all over for Brazil.
Just 5 minutes left, and Rykers trying to build another attack through Farhan, who's again using that R1 sprint. This time he loses the ball.
Rio trying his best to maintain composure but gives away the ball.
Bad clearance from Rio, and then the
What a
circumstance.
chance! What a goal! Nav the
That is
Hunter.
it. That is it.
What an elastico to get out of that sticky situation and just finally manage to get a goal there. Well, this is what happens when you defend for the entire game. You are bound to make some or the other mistake at some point of time.
It took Rikers 118 minutes to find that second
Well,
goal.
kudos to Hawks for keeping them at this level. But
Well,
yeah,
my friend, the game is still not over yet. As we see
definitely.
Assassin with the ball, wasting it.
What a comeback from
Is that is
Rikers.
that is isn't that the end of the game? Oh, I thought that's
No,
out of play.
well, Hawks will get another chance.
This is
Last attack.
surely the last chance for them.
And that's it.
That's it.
What
That's
a
it, my
game.
friend.
What a game we had. Rikers managing to win.
I'm pretty sure no one would have expected, it to be so close, with Rikers facing Hawks, but Hawks have somehow managed to, turn this entire fixture into a spectacle with the way they have defended. For almost, I would say, two entire, 90 minutes plus another 30
Definitely,
minutes.
definitely. So let's see the goals as we speak. The first one from Hawks. Like he was way open. Agree.
I'm pretty
Agree.
sure Dirt Boy is gonna be homeless now. You might need to give him space.
Well, I would definitely contact some NGO if you need help, Dotpo. We are seeing the chances that are missed by Hawks that they could have scored. 11 Elastico there.
Yeah, to be honest, Hawks didn't, quite clearly have, that many chances. They had that one chance in the starting of the game that they took, and after that, I think it was, kind of a stalemate. Both the
This was a
defenses.
mad moment for,
Yeah, of
yeah. I definitely thought this was going in the free kick, but somehow they saved it.
course, with the dead ball plus, it should have gone in, against about GK. This was another good chance from Farhan, you know, running the byline.
I just see the defensive shape of Hawks going haywire. They're just like giving it
Yeah.
up to God and saying, "Hey, Prabhu, somehow bachale."
Yeah, I think, like, the
This way,
last goal.
just to cut you
Yeah.
off, yeah, this is something we need to analyze properly, I guess. What a
Yeah,
clutch play there.
I think,
The
they kind of, they kept the shape for almost,
Mhm.
the entirety of the game. But I think at that moment, somewhere, there was a communication gap. The Rikers had, two
But
guys open on the left side.
there is also this thing like this is where a pro player is. a better player than your average FIFA player. At that too at the clutch moment. Definitely, kudos to Rykers to win this one.
Course, he has won it for his team. And with that, I think Rikers are going to play which team, Neeraj, in the quarterfinals?
Rikers will be playing Razor Wolves next, I guess. Definitely a way tougher opponent, and they will have a lot of work to do in their upcoming weeks before the fixtures. As they, honestly speaking, they shouldn't have been in this position in this match, but somehow they went there. But then they managed to come out of it. Maybe this could be a turning point for Rikers, and get the motivation there to build up that momentum and win against Razor Wolves.
At the very end, I'm sure they would not be happy with this performance, and they would have a lot of things to introspect, But for sure, the way Hawks have defended, we have to appreciate, that's great, performance by them.
And I think we have also another world record of the number of times you have said.
Well, I'm quite used to setting records, so I will take that.
So, are we expecting an interview from the winning captain or the manager? Okay. So, what do you think would be discussed in the Hawks WhatsApp group right now?
I'm sure they would be gutted uh, by the result that has gone, I would say, rather not in their favor. They would have come up with a mindset that they would try to defend for their lives and somehow get that opportunity, and it kind of worked for them. They got two early goals, so I would say that script worked on their part. But what happens in a game, in a game like this, if you are not able to create chances, you simply cannot defend for the entirety of the game. So that's something, that was missing.
So as we speak, we are joined by Rikers goalkeeper Silva, or as we know, Selchan CFC. Uh, so over to you, Blancos.
Yeah, Silva, first of all, congratulations for winning and, congratulations for going to the next stage where you would be facing results. So how are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, having some technical difficulties right now. So as we figure out Blancos, yeah. So as you said, the Hawks must be gutted with the loss. Nobody expected them to play so well. I wouldn't say they played well, but they somehow managed to keep Rikers silent. But then, yeah, the defense was somehow they managed to keep Rikers quiet for almost 119 minutes and another game as well.
For sure, even, had the result been, in their favor, it would have been difficult for them to continue with the same pattern, the way they have played this game. If you don't attack that much, you're always gonna end up in a situation where something will go off. Whether it's the positioning of your center backs or your midfielders not tracking in time, that would lead to an open chance, and Icos took that. So, uh, I mean, really great work, Hawks. I mean, it must be sad, but I mean, yeah, that's how it is. One team has to emerge victorious, and Rikers did that as we were expecting them to do.
Definitely. And we are still waiting for Silchan to connect to our servers right now, having some technical difficulties. Well, talking about Silchan, he has been great for Rikers as he signed from Chimichanga in the mid-season transfer window.
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Silchan is here, guys. We have been joined live by Silchan CFC. So,
Can you
Blancos, over
guys
to
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
For fuck's sake, man, the game was too nervous. I don't think I'm in a good mood for an interview, but okay, I'll try.
Yeah,
It's not much pressure, bro. It's just a random conversation we're having, and we just want to get into the mind of the Rikers dressing room, how it was during the game. So maybe a few words on that.
I actually think we played really well, but the opponent's team also played really well. And when they are playing a defensive game with drawback, it's very hard to score goals, right? And even when we tried well, we just hit the goal post, and there were like a lot of goal and clearances. And sometimes, and these games, it gets to us mentally because we know we are trying our best, and sometimes even the game has to help us, right? And when that doesn't happen, obviously the team will get pressurized. But I'm just glad that towards the end we just kept our composure and we clutched it. That's it. That's what good teams do, right?
Definitely, well said. And Blancos, over to you if you have anything to ask.
First of all, Silva, congratulations. I think, your move has worked out well. You have been a key signing for Rykers. So, I mean,
And should
congratulations
thank the team
for
for accepting me. Yes, yes. Hmm?
For sure, for sure. So congratulations again. And going into the game, what approach did you guys have? Because you would have played Hawks previously in the league fixture, so
Yeah.
I think you kind of knew that they are going to play a very defensive game, crowding the
Yes.
box, and
Yeah.
that's how Rikers like to play. They
Yeah.
try to find those extra passes, and they look to
Yeah.
create those clear-cut opportunities, which Hawks defended very well. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
huh.
sorry, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying was Hawks came with a really good plan and they executed it really well. They could have easily won. This game was about small margins. I mean, we knew that they were going to attack us on the counter, and we knew that they were going to drop back, and we had to put all our bodies up front. In the end, I believe that the West team won because I mean, if you guys look at the chances we made, they were like too many goalposts. Like I've said, we hit the goalpost twice. Now we hit the goalpost twice. Now with the golden clearances, and thankfully at the end some luck favored us, and we were hoping that it doesn't go to penalties because I mean penalties in the end is a lottery, right? And you never know what's going to happen. But good thing that we got our chances in the end and we won the game. And
Uh, yeah, and I want to ask you one thing, Seljan. So, was I need you to answer it honestly. So, was it as difficult as you expected it to be?
no, it was actually very difficult. I mean, these are the things games actually more difficult, because the opponent team they don't have anything to lose because they qualified for the playoffs, Sox United, and they can play the free football, right? With Rikers, with the players we have, there will be obviously a lot of expectations. I mean, we have a lot of good players, and when we have good players, players will expect things, right? And that goes against us because people
Right,
who Arvind Masters, who Navinas, who Vicky Farhan, all of them are like pro players,
right.
and we have a good team, no? So it obviously works against us, right? The other teams they can play fearless football. So
Mm-hmm.
thankfully, luck favored us. I wouldn't say we actually played well, but in the end, and sometimes the game also has to help us, right? And thankfully it did, and we won.
Right.
I just want
And
to ask one question, Selva. When
Mm.
you went into the second half of ET, was that penalty thing going in your head that okay,
Yeah,
it could?
obviously it was going in my mind. I was actually thinking about quitting and hoping that what will do something. But thankfully he didn't because I don't want to create another controversy, and I was glad we just escaped the penalties.
right. And as we speak, we are also joined here by Biswanath, the manager of Hawks. Well, tough luck, Biswanath, but we had a great game on our hands. So, what are your thoughts right now?
I think both the teams fought well. We tried our best to uh, g- defend the lead we had because Rikers is a team who will attack whatever happens. They will attack. And uh, as a manager, I told my team to be keep composure, and I know they will attack, but we will get our chances. So we tried to do that. Kudos to
And
them.
you
They played
did get
very well.
chances. I think
Yeah.
Hawks got early goals in both the legs, so I
Yeah.
think that worked
Yeah, I would
really
definitely
well.
want to know like what was going through your mind when you got those early leads in both the games.
Uh, First game we thought if we contain them in the first leg, they will give us chance in the second leg in the starting minute. They will go all out attack, and we will get our chances. If we would not concede that penalty, that would have been a great match for us. But nobody knows what happened there. They attacked, overloaded the box, and our players just panically tackled, and they got the penalty. I think that was the moment that hurt us the most. That penalty. Other than that, we gave good fight and kudos to them. They were just relentless. Attack after attack, they were just uh,
Okay.
making so many attacks. It was hard to defend, but our defenders played well. And
So I have one question for you, Biswanath. So
yeah,
as you guys have been knocked out of this tournament,
yeah.
so what's your plan for the next season and how are you going to come back and what are the different things are you looking for to improve next season?
So the first thing is the teams which are pressing, we should be more efficient in passing against them. Most of the team is struggling against the teams which are pressing high. So if we able to overcome that pressing thing, then I think we can create lot of attack. We have those players who can do that, and few players I'll try to bring in as well who can help in that. I think and more clinical. We didn't score as many goals as we scored
Mm-hmm.
before. We were not that much clinical in front of box, and my form dropped a lot in this season. So I need to step up for my team as well because others gave their best to to make us win. But I think I should have done more for the team. But next season I'll try to do that. And Taitama, who's our key player, missing the first 3 weeks, first three halves of the season, made a lot of difference because he's our engine in the midfield, and we were missing him a
Definitely.
lot in the first 3 weeks. He was not there, so creating attack was much more difficult. So
Sure.
if we yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
and
reason.
like I want to ask you as well, like, so who do you think will be champions of SAFA the
Uh,
first season?
I think there's one team. I think we felt the most difficulty to play. Blitz is the one and only team. I think uh, they are very tough to beat, and they have advantages as well, scoring lots of goals and defending well as well. So I think Blitz is the number one contender for this tournament. And Rykers, if they perform like this and defend well against them, they also have a great chance to win this.
Very well said, buddy. Before letting you both guys go, I would want to ask both of you,
Yeah.
share some of your experiences playing in the SAFA League and how did you find it? Like, you can
So
go take your turns. Bishwanath, go ahead first.
so I'll say this was very organized tournament. Everything was going according to the plan. Uh, Not much more difficulties in scheduling, rescheduling matches. Everything was smooth, and uh, very tough contenders were there in this league, and both the conferences, I think, uh, played very well. Both the conferences scoring lots of goals and had entertainment as well. Everybody had fun playing this tournament as well. So very good initiative from you all to organize this tournament and making everything smooth. So there is no that much difficulty in communicating with anyone and just posting results, and everything was spot on. So there was nothing that I think you can top this
Definitely.
obviously, because this is the first season. You are more you can put on, which will be a great upcoming season. I'm just waiting what will happen next. So
Yeah.
it is a
Thank
great
you so much for
experience
your
playing
inputs,
soccer.
Vishwanath. Yeah, over to you, Seljan.
Yeah, bro. So I don't think like normally in previous leagues there used to be a lot of controversy. So I don't think there has been any controversy here so far. I think that's a good sign to put it up in short. Because I know like when you organize a team, it's gonna be like you're managing there's multiple emotions, right? You're not just managing a team, you're managing emotions of like around 500 people, and it's very tough. Like even there are internal battles in the squad, there are internal battles in any league. But to manage all the players and do a good job, I mean, keeping transparency and promising, I mean, delivering whatever is promised, you guys have done a great job. And I don't think I mean, I don't need to say this myself, but I don't think when no one says anything, that's a good sign that the league is going in a good format, right? And I hope that you guys don't change and continue to do the good thing. That's it.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you guys for the feedback.
Yeah,
And
I'm
yeah,
not
thank you
gonna
so
ask
much.
Silva who's gonna win because I'm pretty sure he's gonna say it's
yeah,
Rikers.
exactly.
But yeah,
There's
definitely
already too
a
much
lot to
pressure on
interest.
me, guys. I don't want any more pressure. I just hope that I don't get to make saves and the team like scores multiple goals. It
At
makes my
least,
job easier also.
Well,
at
that
least
makes
you're
two
gonna
of us,
see
Selva.
great match.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay. GG guys.
Thanks, guys. Good speaking with you guys.
All the best to you, bro. All the best
Yeah,
to
bro.
you.
Good game for you also. Like, you guys
Oh,
defended really well.
Yeah, thank you.
GG's, man.
So, Blancos, it was fun speaking with both of them, getting to know about each other. So,
I'm
that's it,
sure you
guys.
must be delighted, with your team making it to the next stage.
Definitely, I wouldn't lie. Even though it would have been better if I was playing as well, but it's just the best team out there. So that's what the managers
Oh, I'm
decided. I
sure
have
you
to
would
stick
have
with it.
scored a couple of headers by now.
That's again a controversial statement, but yes, I would definitely have loved to do that. So speaking of that, we were joined by around 30 people watching the stream. So thank you everyone for coming, commenting, make Okay, so it was around 50. I stand corrected. So it was around 50, and it was a wonderful experience commentating for you guys. Even though some of the comments were negative, but then we take it up as our own, as in our chin. And thank you all, and please do like, share, subscribe to this channel, to Safa, and please stay tuned for the next playoff games as they come around. Now, Blancos, do you need to say anything before we sign off?
It was a great spectacle, and I really enjoyed commentating it with you. And we saw a
Yeah, same here.
great battle, and I'm sure there are more such battles awaiting us. So I'm very excited for what's about to come.
Definitely. That's almost everyone in the server right now. So thank you guys. That's it from us. Good night.